Mr. Nightmare.
This is a part 3 to the scariest things caught on doorbell cameras.
Jesus.
And once again, by the end of the video, you may consider getting one yourself. In this footage that a viewer sent me, a person can be seen crouch walking towards his front door through his doorbell camera. The person was wearing a hat, face mask, and sunglasses, allowing none of his face to be seen.
Damn, I'm down bad. Watching that slug suck that frog up made me get so fucking bricked up.
After trying to open the front door and failing, the person starts to fiddle with the doorbell, noticing it's a video doorbell, so he probably tries to take it off.
Fucking stupid. Also, should hide more than
What
just
likely
that.
happened was that when he realized that he couldn't get the doorbell unmounted without a special screwdriver, he started to hold his hand in front of the camera after ringing the bell. The viewer told me that this happened at 2 in the morning, and so when he heard his doorbell and ring notification go off, he instantly went to his phone to check who was at the door, only to see exactly what you're seeing. The man then walks past the doorbell to the side of the house, and by this point, the homeowner was on the phone with 911 reporting the incident.
Fuck you, chat XQC.
While on the phone with 911, the homeowner heard the doorknob to the side entrance door being fiddled with, and this was a door that he had been known to leave unlocked accidentally from time to time. However, luckily on this night, that wasn't the case. Since the intruder couldn't simply walk in through either door, he started to say hello repeatedly through the door, in an off-putting tone that sounded so overly friendly that it was creepy. The 911 operator told the homeowner not to open the door or to even acknowledge the person. The person would then start to bang on the door for a few moments until seemingly giving up. The police showed up but couldn't help out much based on the video. Later that night, the homeowner received another notification that there was movement at his front door. When he checked the video feed, he couldn't see anyone. He still has no idea who was under that mask and glasses.
Alright.
This following footage was also captured by a viewer's doorbell camera at their old house, which is still active while he tries to sell it. One morning at around 4:30 a.m., his cameras detected a man running from across the street from his neighbor's home, across his front yard, and up to his front door. The man was naked, with one of his hands blocking his privates.
What the fuck?
The footage was caught from 2 angles. He was arrested a short while later by local police, and was apparently high on crystal meth, and he had removed his clothing due to a fear of snakes being inside of his clothes.
Fair
He was
enough.
running around the neighborhood knocking on doors and ringing doorbells yelling for help.
I mean,
The
need help.
neighborhood was reportedly pretty quiet. The homeowner never had any sort of issues before this. In his words, he ran up my front yard onto my front porch and rang the doorbell. For the next minute or so, he was ringing the doorbell and knocking while pacing back and forth. He looked panicked, and his expression drifted from someone in pain to a look of pure crazy, and at one point said he needs help.
How we go from frogs
After
eaten
that, he
alive
ran off
to
back
live
into the
footage of
night.
Felix' neighbor
The guy was
breaking
picked up
into
by an
his house
officer
the
around
other
5
day.
a.m. not far from his house. And this footage is why you always check who's at your door before you open it, especially if you have a doorbell camera. If someone who you don't know shows up to your door late at night, don't open it. Unfortunately, in this video, that's exactly what this homeowner did. Around 10 p.m. one night, a suspicious-looking hooded man approaches the front door of a random house rather quickly and aggressively, and he right away tries to open the door. After realizing it's locked, he goes to ring the doorbell. Disappointingly, the homeowner opens the door rather quickly instead of checking who's at his door at this hour first.
Oh, hell no. I think I've seen this before.
Buy the Ring camera now, Jeff Bezos.
Hello. Hi. How far are you, sir? Who are you? Aaron, how far are you? Good. You need to leave. How far? Out there. What's the reason stairs? What? What's the stone stairs here? Come on, where are you going? What's the stairs here? Goodbye, you.
Jesus, dude. What the fuck?
The homeowner was likely too trusting a person, which put him in danger. Even his initial hi to the stranger at his door sounded overly friendly, considering the man was already creeping in the second the door was
Bro,
open.
this owner just fucking tanked.
The homeowner pushes the man out, causing him to punch the glass of the door before it's even fully closed. The man then stands there for another minute or so, fiddling with the doorknob a few times, though the rest of the footage is cut off. The dialogue is near impossible to completely make out, but it seemed the man was under the influence of drugs or alcohol,
Oh yeah, no
likely
shit.
attempting to burglarize the home. The homeowner called the police, but the man was gone by the time they arrived. It's unknown if he was found.
Jesus. What the
This
fuck?
was posted from the owner of a
I was
ring
getting my alerts.
caution
Fuck
others.
me, dude.
The woman warned in her post to be
Yo, I was getting my alerts on my phone because of my fucking. Oh hell no.
aware a strange man wearing a white mask lurking around the neighborhood after her camera caught him trying to look into her home a little after 10 p.m. one night. The woman said, "I just want my neighbors to be aware and safe. Please, if possible, share this post. Screenshots are welcome." Not sure what colors he was wearing, but had a hoodie and jeans on. The disturbing picture shows the man in the mask looking directly into the camera. This is exactly the type of image that you'd never want or expect to see come up on your doorbell camera footage. But it's also the kind of image that would make you sure as hell grateful that you had one. Neighbors of the woman also reported seeing the man walking around and approached their front doors. Thankfully, no one opened the door to him. On May 1st, 2020,
Jesus.
around 9:40 p.m., around the beginning of the COVID lockdown, a 45-year-old dad, Raymond Hawkins, opened the door to who he believed to be a delivery driver dropping off a parcel. Due to new methods of delivery at the time because of COVID, the alleged delivery driver backed away from the front door to supposedly keep his distance and claimed he needed to take a picture of the package at the doorstep, something many delivery drivers must do for more expensive packages. At this time, the father had his guard down due to the fact that he had no idea the man in front of him wasn't a delivery driver, and that he was in fact part of a gang that was about to storm into his house, all of whom armed with knives.
Yo. Jesus. Sorry.
Christopher Sargent, the fake delivery driver, lunges at Raymond with a knife and attacks him when he goes to pick up the package, while 3 other masked men follow from behind. Muffled cries come from the house, as there's a struggle between Raymond, his wife, and the robbers. The robbers are only in the house for a few moments before being seen fleeing the house with thousands of dollars worth of items. Raymond and his son suffered non-life-threatening injuries, while his sons were described to be worse. 2 of the culprits would be arrested, Anthony Lascelles and Christopher Sargent, who were both charged with aggravated burglary and possession of a knife. The other 2 culprits were never found.
Wait,
One thing that can be
really?
learned from a lot of these videos is that some people will go to crazy lengths to trick other people. The major red flag in this case was that the supposed delivery was taking place at 9:40 p.m., which is way past the time any notable delivery company will deliver packages, usually the latest being 7 p.m. On April 10th, 2020, this was the footage taken by the Ring doorbell of a viewer's friend Kayla in a small California town. Kayla was being stalked by her crazy former friend Thomas, who became obsessed with her over time and would constantly express his alleged love for her, despite her telling him numerous times that she didn't feel the same way. The week that this footage was taken, Kayla was bombarded with texts and voicemails from Thomas. And as you can see if you care to pause the video and read some of the texts, it starts with what seems to be Kayla accepting his apology for his behavior. However, as the texts and voicemails just keep coming in, she begins to realize how crazy he may be. What you're about to hear are some audio clips from different voicemails he's left on her phone after she had stopped answering him.
Hey, Kayla. Listen, I want to make sure you're not too worried about what happened at the party last week. I had an amazing time, and I think God, I think you're goddamn beautiful. And I'm sorry I got so sick. I wanted to come be with you while you were getting ready, and I was just so totally out of it, and I'm sorry. God, I think I might love you, and I'm sorry.
Bro?
And I'm gonna give you some space, and I want to be there for you and be there for you, and I can't get you out of my fucking head, and I want to be there for you. God damn it. So fucking God damn it. And all I can do is think of you and want to be with you, and I want to be with you. I want to be your Flynn Rider, and I want to be everything to you. God damn it, babe. You're fucking amazing. You are amazing. You're my knight in shining armor, and I'm so fucking terrified of you. And God, I love you so much. So much. Please call me back.
Alright, bro.
No, I lied. I'm not gonna give you some space. I'm sorry. I'm coming over. I know you're up and thinking about me. I'm sorry. I'm fucking God. I'm not sorry. God, I'm coming over. Fucking, I'm already driving. I've been driving the whole time. God damn it. I'm coming over. Fucking, I'm not gonna give you space. I know you called me back. I saw that. Yep. I know you're up thinking about me. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. I'm coming over. One way or another, I'm coming over. Fucking whatever, however, whatever. God, I'm coming over. I'll see ya. I'll be there in like 10 minutes or whatever. I'm in whatever. I'm coming over right now.
Jesus.
I'll see ya. Bye. I love you.
What the fuck?
Rough road. Oh, it's a rough road. Fuck you, Kayla. I am fucking crazy. God damn it. Fuck you. I'll drive into the field. God damn it. Things like that, huh? Fuck you. Fuck you, Kayla. I am goddamn crazy. I'm crazy for you. God damn it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Bro, this guy's busted.
Oh, that would be a cop. That would be a cop. We just don't know. All right. I'll settle. Anything for you, my queen. Anything for you. I'll settle. I'm going slow. My phone is dying anyway. I'm still going to drive by your house in the middle of the night, though. And I dare you not to have your blinds open to check. I'm crazy. Maybe you'll never know if I did it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
The footage of him showing up to Kayla's house was right after one of his phone calls saying he's coming over, even though it was clear by this point she wanted nothing to do with him. Eventually, Kayla and her friend Ravon would find out that Thomas wasn't even his real name. His real name is Matthew. He'd been using the fake name Thomas Castle, which was a reference to the Marvel character The Punisher.
XQC
Thomas was a reference to Thomas Jane, the second actor to play the Punisher, and Castle was a reference to Frank Castle, the Punisher's last name. The fact alone that he had been using a fake name with his friend and supposed love of his life was already a huge red flag, and maybe a sign that he was hiding something in his life. The ring footage was taken at 2 in the morning, and after leaving, he would go on to send some more texts, which would progressively get angrier. 4 days after this footage was taken, Kayla and her friend went to the police and filed for a restraining order.
You didn't touch ankles with me. Bro, who touches ankles?
Left her alone
What
about a month or
the
so
fuck
after
is...
the restraining order was put into place. Kayla blocked his number and blocked him on social media, and reportedly he basically disappeared
Bro is
from the
sending
world.
green bubbles.
No one knows where he is now.
I think he is bugged. Need a download a patch lol.
Bro is only playing green bubbles, no shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, oh my fucking god.
The man you're looking at is 56-year-old Stephen Groves. For 2 whole years, Groves has been harassing his disabled neighbor Stephen Persad and his caretakers. The harassment has been caught on Persad's Ring doorbell camera multiple times. In some clips, he's seen taking a screwdriver to the device, trying to clip its wires.
Chat, I don't get it, chat. Chat, couldn't these guys really bring like a singular piece of tape or a fucking, or a spray can, whatever? Why do they bring a bunch of shit that takes mechanical action? They can just go bloop and they'd be done with it. What the fuck?
In another clip, he's seen scrawling on the lens with a marker to no effect.
Like this?
Hi XQC, I'm gonna drive by your house tonight. I dare you not to leave your blinds open.
The fuck?
If there's one thing I've learned from doing these ring,
What was that?
and in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or broom handle,
Yo, this is all that, man. Don't do that shit. What is that, man? What the fuck? Yo, don't. Oh, it's a dick from the video, my bad. Sorry. Still though. Don't do that. Come on, man. Bro, is this guy the fucking doorbell hunter? What the fuck is this guy?
the reason behind the man's attacks on his neighbor's property are unknown. Over the past 6 months, Groves has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Persad, and has been put on a curfew in order to pay compensation for damages to Persad's property. Stephen Persad's niece is terrified for her uncle, having stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Groves may have intentions to harm her uncle. The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Groves is still harassing Persad. On top of the restraining order, Groves has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year, and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation. Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court, and Groves has been convicted multiple times, leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot. The crazy can be seen in this man's eyes, and it's understandable for Persad and his niece to be losing sleep over this, as this is a clearly dangerous, unstable man who may escalate from just attacking Persad's property.
Chat, what if you put a booby trap, like, I mean, I get it, you're not allowed, but I mean, this guy goes past a door that goes to private property.
He must be Moon's
I mean,
dad.
what if there's like a wire that's like unplugged and it zaps, or like some poison or something like that? I mean, motherfucker, look at this guy, look what he's doing, motherfucker. What if you have like hot oil on the ceiling, and whenever something touches the doorbell, it dumps on him?
To actually attacking him.
Or like a claymore.
This next video was recorded in an unknown area at a late hour in the night. 2 hooded,
Boom.
suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Open Nana. Open Nana.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I
Let
can
me
use? My
grab
car's
the
broke
hammer.
down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
Warriors in 6. Love you.
What the fuck? Oh, hell no.
The man's first mistake is opening the door at this hour to 2 hooded individuals, being that his ring camera would have allowed him to check who's at the door before opening it. Instead of opening the door, if he felt the need to respond to the people at his front door, he could have and should have used the voice feature on his Ring device to ask who they were and what they need. Instead, the man opens the door, and while admittedly he knew better than to agree to let them use a phone,
We don't.
46 months later, do I get a welcome
opening the
to
door in the
jungle
first place
or
was a
Ring
mistake,
doorbell gets
as the
it?
man in the yellow hoodie and mask took the opportunity to rush the door with a gun after taking one last look to the right to check for witnesses. Luckily, the homeowner slammed the door shut just in time, and the 2 would-be assailants fled the scene. In this case, the homeowner saved himself from robbery and danger just by the skin of his teeth, and hopefully learned to check who's at his door before answering. If you've seen any of my other videos about doorbell camera footage, then you'd know the importance of checking your surroundings before unlocking and opening your door,
What the
especially
fuck?
depending on the area in which you live. In this video taken by the Ring doorbell camera of TikToker Jojo Ramirez, you see just how close she and her child were from danger, and how the only thing between her and a creepy man was her front door, which she locked with only seconds to spare.
Showered really fast. I
need you to go shower.
What the fuck?
Daniel?
Oh hell no, this guy looks like a fucking. Ew! What is the spider web he's got on his face?
Who is that? Get out of here!
He's got spider web on his face, man. Jesus Christ,
Get
it's a
outta
fucking
here.
spider's nest.
There's a guy outside. Look.
Jesus.
What makes this scary is that it shows how most of us in our day-to-day lives
Chat.
fail to realize.
Chat, what if your door, right, had a hole at the top, right? At like head level, right? And you had like a pipe, right? You had like you can go like this and go boom, 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 boom. This is your door, okay? This is your door, okay? Like this, right? And your wall ends over here, right? Right? So this is inside the house, and this is outside the house, right? Right? And then you have an opening over here. You can open, right? And inside the house, you have a long stick, right? Like this, and it was through it like this, right? You slip it through the crack, and then at the top, there's a little hammer. There's a little hammer at the top. And so if somebody's out there, this is your bang.
BRO think this is Home Alone. WTF is this man on? Ain't no way.
And they can't do anything, right? Because the door is shut. It's shut straight up, right? And it's dead bolted, right? But you're like this, and you're just.
Realize how at any moment your life could be put in danger by someone else. In this case,
Now
Jojo had
that's
picked up her
actually a
child
great
and they were
idea.
just getting home,
But fuck a
having a
pipe,
typical
get a
mother-son
grenade stick.
argument of sorts.
Holy shit, pull
You can
that
hear
shit
her
up,
son Daniel
Jamie,
complain
that's
that
how
he's
you deal
tired,
with these
and Jojo
weirdos.
responds, "I need
Hold up. I did yes. I had comments in chat. Yo, what the? Hold up. Oh my god, I saw that. Oh no. Jeez, man. Lost all aggro though. LOS, bro. Open the door.
Yeah. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. I love you. Open, unlock the door. Why won't you answer? You come over here right now. I'm getting angry.
videos, it's that having a
Hold up.
you to showers. You can hear her son Daniel complain that he's tired, and Jojo responds, "I need you to shower really fast."
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower.
A normal moment in which a mother would have her guard down in the
Light
assumed safety
the
of her own
beam.
property.
Light
The creepy man at the front door then tries the
Light
door handle,
the beam.
alerting Jojo that someone was
Light
at the front
the
door,
beam.
and you can hear her respond in an alarmed voice, "Who is that? Get out of here."
Who is that? Get out of here!
She then exclaims to her son, "There's a guy outside, look."
There's a guy outside. Look.
As Jojo shouts for him to leave, he backs up, but boldly continues firmly standing in front of the door with his haunting blank expression, not saying a word. The man came out of nowhere so quickly that it could be that he was following them for a while.
Okay, now hear me out. Okay, you know at your door, right? Yeah. Okay, chat. Hear me out. You know about your door, right? So now people have this little it's like a counter rain thing, right? Or something at the top, right? Like a triangular thing. Not for the rain to go down, right? So the rain to stop. See a little pyramid at the top, but then inside the top, right? There's a lever here, right? With a big thing, right? With a ball at the top. And it's hidden inside. If the guy stays there, you unleash a mechanism, and it goes, ew, bop, bop. Thoughts? Chad, that would work though, no? Chad, that would work, oh no.
perhaps was waiting for them to return.
Wow, this
It's
new
anybody's
Home
guess
Alone
what would have
script
happened if the door
sounds
wasn't
great.
locked in time. But a pretty strong assumption would be the man was after Daniel, Jojo's young son. This footage was viewer submitted, and it was taken by their Ring doorbell in a nice, otherwise quiet neighborhood in the Netherlands. The viewer was in bed on an ordinary night when he heard noises on the roof. Thinking it could have been an animal, he ignored it and went to sleep. The next morning, this was the footage he found after seeing the notifications from his Ring doorbell from the night before. In the video are 3, maybe 4 young men trespassing on his property, 2 of them climbing the roof, while the other of the 3 who were visible, whispering
Every
to 1
time
or
in
more
YouTube
people
with
out of view of the
video, there's
camera.
a blinking red fucking circle that takes my attention away. Alert, 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 alert.
Yo, what the fuck? This guy's laughing and shit.
Luckily, this was a cold night and all the windows in the house were closed, because it was clear they were trying to burglarize the house when scratch marks were found on 2 of the upstairs windows, as if someone was attempting to lift them open. Given that there were 3 or 4 of them, they could have posed a serious threat if they were to have entered the home. After viewing the video, the viewer made sure to keep his windows all locked the following nights, and a few nights later, he woke up to the sound of someone attempting to open a downstairs window, this time not caught by the Ring camera. The footage was submitted to the police in hopes that they could identify them based on their faces. I was asked to blur their faces by the viewer, just so that if any of the perpetrators were to see this video, they wouldn't come back to the house again for any type of revenge. This one is perhaps one of the simpler yet scarier clips caught by a doorbell camera, despite how quick it is. Not many details are known, like where this took place, but this was uploaded by the neighbor of the owner of the Ring camera. In the video, we see in the dead of night a masked, young-looking man approach the front door of a house with a gun in his hand, stand there for only a few seconds, clearly contemplating what he was about to do, then backing out probably in fear and leaving.
Yeah, I don't think he's
The owner of the house didn't
handling it
know who
properly.
this was, but this was probably
There's
a
a dealer
person
on
working
the
up to an armed robbery, possibly having his sights specifically on this house. Of course, without all the details, that's just speculation, and there could be a whole lot of other explanations as to what's going on here. However, regardless, the chances of this guy or any other person with a gun coming back shouldn't be taken lightly, and that kind of footage should be submitted to the police immediately.
Oh, Jesus, man. Anyway. We can probably do one more. I kind of like those guns. Those are pretty good. Hold up, this is part 4. Part 5?
If there's one thing I've learned from doing these Ring videos, it's that having a drugged up person ringing your doorbell at off hours in the night is more likely than I would have ever thought. In this video, a confused looking man approaches a random porch holding what
this
appears
guy
to be a
looks
plastic bag and a
bonkers.
roll of toilet paper. Right from the moment he gets on the porch, you can tell something is
Oh
off.
my god, his eyes, dude. Bro, this guy is fucking
Toilet
high
paper.
on meth like
Right
cra-
from the moment he gets on the porch,
Bro, look at these. Look.
you can tell something is off
Jesus. This guy's
by his
exploded.
nervous, almost twitchy behavior. It appears the man could possibly be on meth or some other hard drug.
The camera doesn't do that. These are the pupils, man. Forgot about it.
When the homeowner answers through the closed door, the man clearly has a hard time figuring out how to identify himself. And when his face gets close to the camera, you can see how dilated his pupils are, confirming he's definitely under the influence of drugs.
Imagine saying Papega for like 5 minutes, dude, while I'm saying this shit, and then I'm end up being right. Shut your stupid ass up, bitch. Oh, Noe.
This is, my name is James.
When the homeowner asks who he's looking for, pay attention to the name he gives.
Yeah, chat. A guy dressed in all white ninja
Sosa.
outfit holding a gun.
Hold on.
Sammy?
The first name he gives is Sosa, and then Sammy. Sammy Sosa, like the baseball player. It might have been the first name he could think of while trying to come up with a fake friend he was looking for.
What's your name?
What's wrong with the chat?
And who are you looking for?
No, a friend of mine.
No friend of yours lives here, buddy. And I got a Glock over here ready for you. So if you don't get the fuck off my porch, I'm gonna unload it on your fucking face.
Jesus.
Get the fuck off my porch.
Alright, bro.
The reason why he was trying to get into the house is anybody's guess.
I mean,
which is
people
perhaps
don't.
the scariest part of situations like this. The homeowner handled it perfectly by communicating through the door before opening it, and after catching on to the man's suspicious behavior, he made the man on his porch aware of the fact that he had a gun and was willing to use it. Even if he didn't actually have a gun, the threat was still an effective way to get the man away from his front door. This next one is really disturbing. The person who uploaded this video is neighbors with the actual would-be victim. In the video caught by the Ring camera, 3 armed, masked men are seen approaching the front door to the house. The one in front armed with what appears to be an assault rifle.
Yo!
The masked man who approached the door keeps trying to block the view of the camera with his glove. Though there's no sound, it seems they're contemplating continuing their attempted break-in due to the doorbell camera. Based on body language, it appears the one with the assault rifle is apprehensive, but one of his accomplices motions for him to go back to the door multiple times. Since the camera was covered by the person's glove for most of the footage, we can't see what exactly they were doing for most of it, but luckily the homeowner didn't answer the door, and the 3 armed men were not able to enter the house. The following footage is viewer submitted. In the video, there's a man standing there in front of the house, cursing, seemingly talking to himself for 10 to 15 minutes. Without a little background context, it wouldn't exactly be unsettling per se, but when you learn why the man is standing there, it becomes a little more uncomfortable. A family member of the homeowner was mauled by a pack of dogs and bitten at least 12 times. The man who owned the dogs came to their house and stood on the front step muttering and cursing for 15 minutes until the police came.
Star Wars people, like, they don't even get that shit. They don't understand the 6-day watch and shit, how these people fucking do.
Huh?
Never had a problem with her, never had no issues. I never denied that shit that the dog fucking bit her or nothing. Never denied none of that crap. Never denied none of that. But there they were. And then her too, the damn neighbor fucking playing out there in her. When the fuck out there in that neighbor? She's idiotic, man. And fucking white people too, like, it's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
What?
They're gonna put all the dogs to sleep over a fucking dog bite. A dog bite. A freaking dog bite. When the hell did I can threaten her? When the hell did I even make, like, she thinks I don't know where she lives. I've been knowing. I've been knowing.
The man seemed unstable just from the video alone, not even factoring in the fact that he owned a pack of untrained, aggressive dogs.
Shit, man, this guy had a bit of
This
named
one is a
fucking
great
princess.
example of why situational awareness is so important. A couple's Ring doorbell video caught a duo of wigged, armed aggressors who had been following them home. The couple said they were walking home when a man and woman started following them all the way to their front door, where the male aggressor pointed a
Glitter,
gun at the
princess,
back
and
of their
cupcake,
heads.
and none of them bite. Sorry. Yo? Oh, that, wait, did I see that right? Hold on, what the fuck?
Pointed a gun at the back of their heads.
Wait, did he shoot? Bro, that's just attempted murder, what the fuck? Oh, it's a door. I got scared, my bad.
Luckily, the couple hurried in and slammed the door shut first thing. And the wigged aggressors turned and ran towards their getaway vehicle, laughing. Minutes after the aggressors sped off, they robbed another person at gunpoint, this time successfully. Luckily, only one day after the video was released to the media, a person who recognized the male gunman turned him in and he was arrested, though his name hasn't been released to the public. If the couple had
why
not
the fuck
immediately
not?
gone inside and slammed the door, who knows what may have happened.
Why would you go with
This
distinguished
next
hair
one
like
is an
that?
example of how just the presence of a doorbell camera can be a deterrent. Here we see a man in an apartment complex going up to somebody's door, pretending to
It's
be
a wig.
police so that the person on the other side would open up. Whether he knew the people who lived there or not is unknown, but obviously whatever would have happened if the door was opened wouldn't have been good.
Police!
What?
As soon as he glances over to the
Oh, the
camera,
police bang's way
you can
harder than
see
that.
the
This guy's
expression on
fucking
his
stupid.
face that says it all. And a couple seconds later, he leaves, and it sounds like he says, "Oh shit, I'm in the wrong one."
Oh shit, I'm in the wrong one.
Which my take on it would be he realized what he just did was all on video. So to play it off or give himself some sort of out, he thought by saying he's at the wrong room on video would somehow save himself from possible incrimination. This one is really upsetting, but thankfully no one got hurt. On September 14th of 2022, two armed masked men entered the home of an elderly couple in Virginia and ordered them into a closet where they would be forced to wait while the two robbers stole their valuables.
Get in the crib. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Y'all get in the closet. Get in the closet right now. Get in the
What
closet
the
right
fuck?
now. Get in the closet right now. Get in the closet. Hurry up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Chat.
Hurry up.
What if you could put your house on smart mode, attack mode, where there's a bunch of traps in your house that are never activated unless you press a button, right? You have it on your, like this on your phone, right? And you go to it, and then you go, okay, into my house, no problem, man. Attack mode, bing, bing, bong, boom, open the door, boom, shit like that. No?
But if you listen closely, you can hear the elderly woman tell the robbers that her husband had hip surgery as they were ordering him to hurry up and get up. And then the old man himself says it as he struggles to get up and make his way to the closet door.
Oh, come on, man. What the fuck is this shit, bro? This guy leaving DNA everywhere like a fucking bum. Jesus Christ, look at this guy.
Once the couple's in the closet, the robbers soon leave as one carries out a safe while the other grabs a wallet and the couple's phones.
Bro, you are such bozos. You're not just leaving prints, bro. He's leaving everything everywhere.
There were apparently tens of thousands of dollars in that safe, belonging to someone who was staying with the couple. Police identified the two suspects as Mitchell Boney Jr.,
Wait, why is this not bolted?
and Tyree DeMont Boney Jr., who was 22. Mitchell actually turned himself in and was charged with armed burglary, use of a firearm, abduction, and conspiracy to commit a burglary. Tyree is still allegedly on the run. Perhaps the scariest part of this is that they clearly knew where the safe was. Tyree wasted no time going straight for where the safe was.
Wait a minute.
This means anyone who was in the house, such as a home repairman, home healthcare worker, or anyone, could have seen the safe and relayed this information to other people, which is why you should always be careful of who's in your house and
Yeah,
what
people
they
who
see.
sell house info, that's fucking weird as shit. What the fuck, yeah? That is fucking cooked up, man. Chat, these are good videos, though. I want to watch one more. What's next? One more, Rams? Mr. Nightmare.
This first one was submitted by viewer Trent Leons, and when this was recorded, he and his family had recently moved into his grandparents' house. The house is in the middle of nowhere, so the family naturally had their guard down. However, one night at 1 in the morning, while most of the family was asleep, Trent got a notification for a ring that there was motion at the front door. A notification for movement wasn't a concern as the family has outdoor cats that are active at night, but there was definitely reason for concern when it said somebody is at your front door. One of the family members grabbed a gun and went to open the front door, and that's where he started to raise his hands and started asking for help.
I need to turn off notifications on this dumb shit.
Help? Can I use a phone to call a cab?
Huh?
He asked to use a phone, to which the family gave him a cell phone, and with it he tried calling someone, but to no avail.
No problems, man. You know me? Here. Yep.
He then proceeded to start walking off down the road. As the guy was walking down the road, two of the family members decided to hop in their truck and find out where he was going. And they found him walking down the road and looking like he was going to another house down the road, the nearest one being half a mile away.
So found where?
The two family members decided they didn't want him near their house or any neighboring houses, so they offered he get in the bed of the truck and they'd drive him into town. And about a couple minutes later, they arrived in town and dropped him off. The whole time he had his hands up and kept looking at the two family members while he backed away from the truck. It could have been assumed that the man was genuinely looking for help and needed to call someone, if it weren't for the fact that other family members reported that the week prior, he was in another neighborhood around the area, allegedly asking for help again, in late hours of the night, going from door to door in dimly lit areas. It's quite possible that he may have been trying to maliciously gain entry into the homes of sympathetic or unsuspecting people. It's unknown if that's the case or if he was ever successful.
Or maybe drugs, to be honest.
This one was posted by a Redditor named T Course.
Oh,
and
fuck
there aren't
Reddit.
as many details on this one, other than it happened in a small suburb late on a rainy night. This was way past solicitation or visiting hours. The homeowner wasn't home at the time and saw the notification the next day, which is when they saw this video footage. From the darkness appears a middle-aged woman with an umbrella, with her mouth gaping wide open. She stands there for about 20 seconds after ringing the bell, the whole time with her mouth hanging eerily wide open, aside from closing it for a couple seconds, showing that her mouth didn't appear to be stuck in this hanging open position.
Alright. That might just be a demon, to be honest.
She tries the doorbell or another button one more time before walking
Chat.
away and...
Out of all public combination, there's something eerie about normal looking, middle-aged woman doing really weird shit with their facial face. I think that's just fucking weird. Out of all combos, I think that's one of the scariest.
Disappearing into the darkness seconds later. The
I'm
homeowner
saying,
says he didn't
it's so
recognize this
unusual.
woman at all. Some people believe it was some kind of condition the woman was suffering. Whether it was or not, this wouldn't explain why she was ringing a stranger's doorbell in the late hours of the night. Perhaps another encounter that a homeowner was lucky to avoid. This footage was captured as a homeowner was entering her house after just getting home. The woman lives in a suburban town in Illinois.
Como pra fora. Ô, tamo. Não sei, então.
29 months Pagoo, thank you for being here always for us to watch. Love you, Mr.
The woman in the video was unaware of the fact that she was being watched from the distance by two people hiding in the dark, waiting for her to open her front door. As she steps into her house, the two aggressors take their chance to enter the house while the door is still open. The woman screams as she's startled by the unwelcomed visitor behind her.
For the
first of the two teens to enter the house says don't move and don't scream.
Como pra fora. Ô, tamo. Não sei, então.
The rest of what is said between he and the woman is inaudible. However, according to the woman in the video, he demanded her car keys. After handing him her keys, which can be seen in one of the teenager's hands, the two take off towards her car, which they then steal. There was someone else in the house with the woman who was also held at gunpoint alongside her. He also remains nameless. The woman wasn't harmed, thankfully, and one of the two teenage aggressors were found and arrested, 18-year-old Brendan McCrew. The other aggressor has still yet to be identified. This video is a prime example of why you should always be aware of your surroundings before opening your front door.
What the fuck?
This past July in 2021,
Oh, saw that.
this disturbing footage caught on a couple's Ring doorbell camera surfaced on the web. Suspicious man in the area. This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on Kathleen Frascarelli's door. That in of itself isn't so disturbing, but it's the fact that it was very late on a Sunday night, and the image she saw on her phone was of a masked person on the other side of the door. However, the fact that it was late on a Sunday night, and that the image she saw on the phone was of a masked person on the other side of the door, is enough to give someone pause.
He has like a blueprint like holder or something. Yeah, like a
Playing back
blueprint
the video
tube.
footage,
You see it?
Kathleen, the homeowner, noticed that the masked person tried opening the door at first, but thankfully it was locked. She described the mask as having this grotesque smile that never went away, and still hasn't gone away from her memory. The person knocks and then stands at the door for 15 seconds. Afterwards, the camera catches them pulling their sleeve over their hand, then wiping away their fingerprints from the doorknob they tried to open when they first walked up to the house. The fact that they wiped away their fingerprints already says that they were up to no good, if everything else about this didn't already scream that. Kathleen stated that he had something heavy in his sweatshirt pocket, which he doesn't know what it was. A neighbor who saw the
Shall you see? Look, it's a tube. The ones where you put like art projects or like blueprints in them.
The person leaving said he had a bag that he was carrying with him, so God knows what was in there. By the time Kathleen made it downstairs, the person was already in a car parked across the street, which they sped off in.
Oh, a mortar
Footage like this is
RPG,
really the
bazooka.
scariest because nobody knows how these encounters would have gone down if the doors were opened.
Alright, that was kind of scary. Alright, I'm ready to go play some games now.